Hola and bienvenido, welcome back to IJustWatched. I'm Joseph and we're talking Disney's latest live action, Peter Pan and Wendy. The first thing that I saw that was absolutely beautiful was the 100-year intro. It was beautiful. I like the way it came in at first and just that design itself. I thought it was beautiful. I was like, oh cool, this is dope. We're off to a good start. Then I see my boy Alan Tudyk as the dad. I love this man. I think he's hilarious, very underrated talent, dude. Yes, on screen, I want to see him more, but no one I think gives him enough respect and love for his voice acting that he does quite a bit of. I say that. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen it, but I mean, it's a Peter Pan story. For the most part, you should know. I say that because this is a question I've always had. It's a big ass house. It's like 3 stories. It's a massive house. They don't seem to be poor. Why are the only 3 kids they have in one room? This isn't an issue. It's just a question. Why are the 3 kids in the same room? I know they have other bedrooms, or the parents are like, nah. Back to what matters. This movie. Honestly, I didn't like this movie at all. I think this movie is bland. It lacks passion, beauty, wonder. I mean, it's a Peter Pan story. It should be full of wonder and magic and this aura of, I don't want to grow up. I'm a kid. This just vibe, this magical presence. There's no wonder in it. There's no joy in it. There's nothing in it, really. It was hard to watch. I was like doing my best not to knock out while I was watching it. The design of Neverland itself looked whack. It just looked like a regular island. Like, it didn't look like Neverland. It didn't look bright. It didn't look beautiful. I mean, we didn't even get the compass in the water, for crying out loud. You see when they show up, you see I don't know if they were like octopus people, but they didn't look like mermaids, but you saw the color and I was like, that's like the most color we got in this movie. Everything else is this super dull tone. It was just gross, if I'm being honest. Character design. Peter Pan, yeah, he was boring. He was bland. There's nothing about him that made me like the character, and he's really not in this movie that much, to be honest. Hook, God, I love Jude Law. They ruined Captain Hook in this movie. He looks gross and decrepit, and it's not even in this like vicious way. It just lacks Hook. Hook is vibrant and loud, and he's Captain Hook. He just looked kind of sickly, and it was like the thing they did with Hugh Jackman's Peter Pan, where he was sick, but he still had that like aura to him. This Hook, it just didn't fit. He never really felt like a captain. His Hook looked pirata, and I don't mean that in a good way. It looked chafa. It looked homemade as hell. His color scheme. Yo, Hook's color is red. Homeboy was in this ugly blue coat, and then out of nowhere it walks out of the shadow and it's red, and then sometimes it was red, sometimes it wasn't, but like I was not a fan of that whatsoever. I mean, it's Peter Pan and Hook. Those are your big ones, and they messed up both, in my opinion, for this movie. Tinkerbell, she was forgettable. I mean, her bond with Wendy from the jump, being like homies, was weird, but like I said, dude, Peter Pan's not really in this movie, so it was weird that Tinkerbell was just in the background, kind of, and I don't know, there was too many decisions made in this movie that just were poor to me. It didn't push anything forward. It didn't make me care about the characters. The Lost Boys all were forgettable as hell. None of them stood out. Tiger Lily, it was like, this movie was like Wendy and Tiger Lily more than anything. And I was like, all right, I mean, you could have given them bigger parts, but this is Peter Pan and Hook at the end of the day. Like, they were trying super hard to be different and threw a lot of the lore out, a lot of the magical essence of the story out the window. So much so that everything was starting to bother me. The Jolly Roger just looked horrible. The ship design was whack. All in all, not a fan. I dislike it very much. Their live action movies have been just, it's the same one that you just shoot in. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, so I apologize, but it feels very just put the title of a classic on there, and we're gonna reinvent it and just throw it out there. Hopefully it makes money and move on. That's what it feels like. Let's be honest, folks. We love these animated movies. We love the stories. We love the characters. They have a connection to, yes, our childhood, but just in general, I like rewatching them. Most people do. These animated movies, these stories, these characters are connected forever. They have an opportunity to really try to bring that to life in the best way, in the best version of it. Because, I mean, let's be honest. These are movies based off the Disney animated movies, not the original lore, quite obviously. So why not just commit? Give us that music, because we get 2 pirate shanties that are god awful. I love pirate shanties. Those whole bang, they're bump, they get you going. Both of these pirate shanties, I was like, oh my god, just get it over with, please. I'll walk the plank, just let me go. Like, I was done with it. It was a genuine hard watch. No rewatchability for me whatsoever. How do you feel their track record is with live action movies currently? Because I think Disney's live action track record right now is garbage, horrible, basura, no me gusta nada. Nada que están haciendo ahorita está bueno. It's all bad. Nervous because there's ones I want to see. I mean, we got Lilo and Stitch coming, and I don't like what they're doing with the casting. I'm freaking out because that's my boy. I love Lilo and Stitch, okay? I like to think I can speak like Stitch, even if I can't. Moana's coming out. I think that's a little soon, but it is what it is. There's others, but you know what? Let them mess that up versus messing up some more classics. I want them, but I'm scared, especially with the track record, you know? But again, I just want to hear your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns. How do you feel about this? Do you want more Disney live actions? Do you want them to stop? Do you like the ones that have been coming out? Which one do you want to see specifically? But until next time, stay safe, be well, y con mucho amor. Adios.